Hey, what's going on, everybody? We're back with another BKFC Red Ask Me Anything. We're joined by Jomi the Archangel. How you doing, sir?
Good, good. I'm feeling great. Thanks for having me on again, my brother.
Like the last time we talked, like I felt like we connected, and like that's the one thing I like. I love interviewing you guys, but the second time I get to interview you guys, it's so much better.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Yeah.
And then when I was actually able to meet you out there in Miami and talk to you, like I said, it's so much better, and like I feel like this is going to be the best interview that we've done so far.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Everyone after is just gonna keep getting better and better, better and better, because we're gonna have more and more knockouts, more and more content to talk about.
It's crazy that you're 9-1 and this is your first title shot in BKFC. Like I feel like this is one of those things like you should have had a couple fights ago.
Yeah. It is what it is. I had a whole year of my career taken away from me. I like to say because I was sat on the shelf, which was really stupid with my record. Keep me
Yeah.
out. But yeah, so now we it's inevitable. I'm gonna collect all the belts at 185, and yeah, we're here. Now it's time. Only what 2 weeks away on Friday, so time to kill.
I'm not gonna be there, but I'm not gonna lie. Like this is a fight that, like, I mean, I love that I went to the one that was in February, but like, holy cow, this to me is like up there with Knucklemania. This could very well be better than the Knucklemania card.
Yeah, for sure. I really think so because imagine we broke the attendance record at the Hard Rock Casino February 2nd. There was one title.
Yeah,
Granted, there was a lot of good matchups the whole entire card. Now
sure.
you got a whole lot of matchups this whole entire card as well. The same thing, big matchups, a lot of hometown guys selling tickets and stuff like that. But you have three title shots, and then you have three challengers. Well, I mean, I'm not the challenger, but the two other challengers are from
Right,
Miami. So it's
right.
like, we're all hometown guys, and it's going to be another Miami massacre.
So one of the cool things that I found out about you, I like slime green. I didn't realize slime green was your favorite color.
Oh, yeah, yeah, for sure. Nickelodeon slime time all day. So that's my favorite color. Well,
I
that
always wanted to be on Double Dare.
Oh, yeah, yeah, like that. I always want to do the temple run. That temple run game. I always, yeah,
Legends of the Hidden Temple. Yeah,
yeah, yeah, huh? Exactly, yeah. All those parkour type of things. I used to always want to do it.
that's awesome. Was there like what about like did you? So I'm assuming like I used to watch like the Carmen San Diego and like watch all like the kids like the game shows. Did you watch all those too?
Yeah, yeah. I've watched like most of the game shows or anything that had to be like physical obstacle course type of things, and all anime cartoons and everything. Did the whole nine. And then, I'm coming out, giving a lot of 90s nostalgia this fight, you know, coming out as the Green Ranger. And you know what happened when the Green Ranger first popped up in the Power Ranger? He was whooping their ass for five episodes straight. So yeah.
You revealed your gear and it looks so amazing. Like that and I love that you're going to come out. You're going to have a showman. Like I love that you're putting so much effort into this fight. Like it's going to be fantastic.
Yeah, and it's like I would say it's not too much effort. It's something that's like very easy. I don't have to put too much, like I don't have to focus on it too much. I could just focus on the fight. It's just something that's very like simple and easy for me, and it's something that I thought would be funny, and it'll be very demoralizing for my opponents when they get their ass whooped by a Power Ranger.
Okay, so I recently talked to Gaio, and I know like you're friends, and I said, Gaio, give me like a deep question to ask Jomi, and he said, all right, I got something that'll like really touch him. He said, what strip club are we going to after we both win titles, and we got to go celebrate?
Oh my god! Hey, I don't know, man. I honestly don't know. I don't go to strip clubs like that. But wherever the wave goes, I'll ride the wave, and we there with the champ. Celebrate. It's gonna be hilarious. It's gonna be fun.
Yeah, I thought, oh, he's gonna tell me like, oh, Jomi does this, and he goes, no, he goes, what? You don't need to ask him any of that. He goes, we're celebrating. It's gonna be a party. Like we're going to a strip club.
It's inevitable. Destruction is coming. We already claiming it.
Okay, so Gaio didn't give me anything, but I reached out to your boy Ryan, and he said he wants to know what's the biggest change since your last fight against Warren.
Man, a lot. Just boxing IQ, boxing technique, boxing footwork, just sharpening up my tools tremendously with the one and only bare knuckle cheat code himself, Ryan. So
Yeah.
he's done a tremendous amount of work in my game, in my striking, and yeah, man. Even just in the boxing stand up, just the boxing side, and everything that he's taught me. When I transition into MMA and go back into MMA or karate combat or something, it's gonna be really, really bad because everything that he's taught me and has upgraded in my boxing has only
Mm.
like it only sets up my kicks even cleaner, So and then like my last fight, on February 2nd, there was a bunch of times where I'll get out of the way and I'll like, use my footwork and stuff like that and catch angles. And in my mind, I was itching to throw the left kick to the body, left kick to the head. I was just like, oh my God, it's a head kick. Oh my God, body kick. So it's like, I still train my kicks. I still train, martial arts, like mixed martial arts and everything. So I'm like, I'm getting that itch to finally unleash these machetes. But yeah, like Brian has definitely, just made my cardio, my technique, my sharpness, my mental foot, like everything, just upgraded all the weapons and added a bunch as well too.
So the last time we talked, you had expressed interest in doing the karate combat because they were saying that they're doing some crossover with Ryzen. So, and I guess right now they did you see that announcement today or no?
Yeah, I seen that. Like that definitely intrigues me because, as soon as I, get another one of those and I get the belt, now I could be like, yo, who's your best 185er? Let's go. I want to fight in Japan. I want to go visit Japan and and just like explore the culture and everything. It's one of my like, how do you say, bucket list type of
Sure.
location to go over there and fight as well in Japan because of the history and everything. So yeah, man, I'm super excited for the Ryzen, and I just can't wait to grab the belt and be like, "Yo, Ryzen, who you got?"
It is. I feel like it's going to open up. Like I know, like if you have a belt, you're not supposed to fight outside of the company. You know, like it happened to Gogo. He did it and they stripped him. But now with teaming up with Ryzen, I feel like it's going to give you the option to like maybe like, all right, let's go see Jomi go do. I mean, who knows? Maybe bare knuckle MMA or bare knuckle fight in Japan or an MMA fight in Japan. You know, like the options are going to be there now, and I think that's great for you guys. It gives you something to work forward to.
No, yeah, for sure. Anytime the company, partners up with another promotion, like it's only gonna bring cross fights, big fights, big events and things that's gonna, create more fans, bring more fans into the game and stuff like that. So yeah, it's huge. I thank, BKFC for making all the moves and doing all of that because man, I really want to fight in Japan. That'll be awesome.
Okay, so we were wondering on the Reddit, do you plan on using both of your hands as fight?
Oh yes, for sure. Yes. This listen, man, listen. I know it's something very easy to make fun of because I make fun of myself from that fight. I like
Sure,
man, that it's the biggest that fight was like a huge learning lesson and I didn't take it, in a bad way. I took it in a
sure.
super like motivational way where as in I'll never fight that relaxed. I'll never fight without any urgency. I'll never fight using only one hand when I have this crazy knuckle right here that I didn't
Yeah.
even use. I caused all the damage that I caused was with this hand. Then I have this big ass club right here. So it's like, I can't wait to unleash it. And then this is only getting stronger. It's only getting, quicker, sharper. So it's like, man. And then my knuckles have gotten a lot sharper since February 2nd, just from knuckle
Cool.
conditioning. So yeah, man, just expect a lot of blood, but it's not going to be my blood.
Okay, so tell me about this. You have a new team and a new camp. Like you changed up some stuff for this. Was it just for this fight in particular, or is it time to make a change with who you were training with before?
Wait, what do you mean? I wasn't.
I know you're still with Ryan, but I thought you were like training with like I don't know that I'm saying the right thing. Like it's not necessarily like Ryan said. Ask him about his new team and your new camp. Like I don't.
Oh, I mean, it's been the same camp with.
Okay.
I guess what Ryan's talking about is when I was with my old coach,
Oh,
like
okay.
with the
Oh,
old.
for this fight.
Yeah. But for the past, since I've been with Ryan for the past few years, like it's just been a very boxing heavy, and getting my boxing IQ right, getting my technique sharper and everything, and yeah, we're just grinding hard, like madmen, and on the chase to grab all the titles.
Have you seen anything? I mean, like, do you feel like it's still the same old captain? I know you respect him. Is it still the same old Jared Warren? Like, have you seen him evolve since your last fight, or like you picture it basically being the same fight as last time?
I mean, we both gotten better since our last
Sure.
fight for sure. He's gotten a little bit sharper, and so have I. I've gotten a lot better as well. So but at the same time, it's inevitable. Doesn't matter how much better he got. Doesn't matter how much better I got. The inevitable is the inevitable, and that is that I'm gonna cause a lot of destruction in this fight. The first fight, I felt way too relaxed, and I'm a very harsh critic on myself. So I really critique myself a lot in that fight, and yeah, I've just been waiting since then to get that rematch, and really show the fans what I can do.
So the 185 belt was hold up for a long time. How do you feel about the double champ? So you think it's a good thing for you if you, I mean, if you're really dominant one champ, you can go to another division, or do you feel like that really holds up weight classes and you're not a fan of the double champ?
I mean, it's like how do you say it? It's like good and bad. It could be good if
Sure.
champ is active and he's actively going up and down in weight. Nah, we
Yeah.
all know that's not too healthy. It's not the healthiest
Sure.
thing. But for the fans and for the fighters in each weight class, that's the most how do you call it? The most logical thing to do is to stay active and defend both belts back to back. You know,
Sure.
and the bad thing is when you don't defend, both back to back, then it just holds up the division, and they start creating interim belts and this and that. So it just, it kind of holds things up and stuff like that. But as long as you're active, it's great. It's something great. You're chasing history. You're doing things that a lot of people can't do, and yeah, it's still it's something great regardless. But just to avoid holding up the divisions, just got to stay active. Like at least fight in one weight class, then the next fight defend the other one. Fight defend those.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I feel like it's one of those things where it's easier if someone was like, like your size, you're a 185 or you went up and did a 205 fight, but you came back to 185. I feel like it's easier for that guy versus the guy who fights at 205 and wants to try to cut down to 185 and then go back. Like I feel like it's easier to go up than it is to come down. Your thoughts?
It all depends on the person, because everybody's body is, like, everybody has a different system, different body, and so it all depends on the nutrition and everything. Some people could do it, some people can't do it. Some people show the same power throughout, up and down. Some people they show that they're weaker in different weight classes. So it all depends on the person. So, and depends on the nutrition. Nutrition is the most important. So if you got the nutrition on pack, you can literally control your weight very easy.
Are you still doing Uber and selling houses? Is that still your jobs you have?
Oh yeah, like I'll do. So for example, like I'll train all over South Florida. It could be from Miami to up north, and to from West Palm to Miami, like anywhere in South Florida. So
Okay.
when I'm going back home, or like if I could shower, and clean up and stuff like that. And let's say if I'm showing houses, and somewhere far away from home. If I'm done for the day, I'll take Uber rides going to my house, and it's like I'm getting paid, to make money. I mean, I'm getting paid to go home. And then also I hand out my business cards and Uber rides and stuff like that, and create a lot of fans as well. Look out for my fights, this and that. And then little free promo for the networking and stuff like that. So just take advantage.
So my question with that was, I was the last time you told us about like the when they put the overdosing girl in the back of your car. I was curious if you had any new horror stories or if everything been going pretty smooth
Oh
since that
no,
time.
thankfully no, everything's super, super, smooth. Nothing. That was like before COVID. That was like in 2019.
Okay.
happened. So,
Got it.
you know, and I'm kind of surprised that after COVID, you know, something crazy didn't happen. But and I was kind of happy that you know I started working the pandemic too, because that like at that point I had no time to work COVID. I mean to work Uber, and then I was getting
Yeah.
paid so good by the government that I was just like, yeah, I'm not gonna do Uber. Like I'm getting paid good. So yeah, so
Right. Okay, and then my last question for you: the last time you and I talked, you had the aliens going around downtown. Like, has it been kind of quiet down there in Miami? Like, I feel like you guys haven't been in the news. Like, what the hell's going on?
yeah, like I don't know. It's weird. Like, you know, it just kind of died down. You know, it was some like random alien thing. Like, I don't know, man. It's, you know, South Florida is weird. There's always some new stuff going on. There's always some GTA stuff going on.
Right. Okay, I have nothing else for you. Would you like to give shout outs to anybody before we end?
Um, Shout out to the Creator, Baruch Hashem Yahuwah, the one who gives me all the opportunities. I go out there and execute them, and He keeps me healthy and ready for these fights. And big shout out to the Bare Knuckle Cheat Code, Ryan Perez, the whole Slaughterhouse boxing team, the Henry brothers, everybody. You know, they always keep me ready, keep me sharp. And them boys are, hey, I'll tell you what, man, them Henry bros, they're sharper than anybody in my weight class. So
Oh yeah.
when I fight, you know, working with them and when I get in the ring against anybody at the 185 weight class, man, I start seeing things in slow motion. So yeah, so big shout out to them. They definitely, you know, elevated my game a lot. Shout out to my family, all my friends that are coming out to support. I'm gonna put on another show for everybody. Everybody's gonna love the destruction that I bring, and then you already know the champ, trying to make history, man. We're gonna make bare knuckle history, and I know, yeah, Mick Terrell, he was a champion in another promotion, but if
Right.
you kind of think about it, that promotion didn't have the clinch. That promotion, you know, didn't have the same rule set that you know the two bare well the first bare knuckle belt that I got. You know, so it's like, it did you really? Does it really count? Like, you know, but yeah, I'm gonna become the first champ. You know, two promotional champ. We're gonna get the closest thing to being undisputed. So be ready. Be ready. The hard rock.
Okay, so I actually have one more. So you talk about the BK cheat code. I like Ryan. Ryan is the bad guy of BKFC though. Like there's a lot of people that absolutely do not like Ryan. Like why is that? I mean, he seems like he cares about you fighters a lot. I mean, like I watch him corner you guys like Pitbull and the Henry brothers and you. Like everybody seems like everybody who fights for him loves him, and if you don't fight for him, you tend not to like him. Why is that?
I mean, he speaks the truth. You know, he speaks the truth, and the reality of it is that a lot of people fucked him over. You know, a lot of people did him dirty, and you know his trust is just getting lower and lower and lower and lower because you know he tries to help a lot of fighters, and he's gotten you know, like he's gotten how do you call it, like he got fucked over, you know, in the
Yeah,
past. And, you know, he's just very how do you say it? He's just very careful with everything. At this point, you know, he's just looking out for himself now, which, you know, I don't blame him. After
yeah,
you know what he's gone through, and he's
yeah.
cleared his name. You know, he's clean, he's good, he never did anything wrong. He's only tried to help, and yeah, man. So, and I feel like if you don't like him, man, like you're really hating, to be honest, because like he's very likable. Like, how can you not like him? He's you know, for the fighters. So I don't know how, you know, anybody could really hate him.
If you don't like him, he doesn't give a fuck. You know what I mean? That's
Yeah,
the one thing about him,
that,
though. Like
yeah, it's like
you can hate him, he doesn't care.
exactly. He just doesn't care because he's very strong minded. So it's like,
Yeah,
you know, you have to be like that, man. If someone doesn't like you or something, like, be like, all right, okay, cool, laugh it off. You know,
yeah.
keep going.
Awesome, man. Well, you are a favorite of ours on the Reddit. I appreciate your time. I can't wait to see this fight. I like both you guys, so this is one of those fights that I hate to
Yeah.
watch, but I can't wait. It's gonna be carnage, and I just hope you guys are both like just warriors, and I can't wait to watch it.
Call an ambulance, but not for me.
All right, thanks so much, Jomi.
All right, man. Thanks, brother. Thanks for having me.